In this video of Java series, we are going to learn one of the very common exception which developer experience, and that is null pointer exception. So first let me tell you what the null pointer exception is. It is nothing but an exception which occurs when we try to perform any operation on object which is null. Let's say I have declared one string str which is initialized as null, and now if I'm going to capitalize this string into uppercase, at the time null pointer exception will be thrown, because your string is already null and you are trying to convert that string into uppercase, which is not possible. So here I have written one program. If you can see in the test case number 2, I have declared one string str as null, and when I go to execute this program, you see at the right corner there is java.lang.null pointer exception occurred, and the message which we are getting here is string is null. Now we are getting this message because we have handled that null pointer exception. So if you see at the line number 31, what I have checked, if str is not equal to null, at that time it will go inside and it will capitalize the string. But in this case, string is null, so it won't go inside of the if block. At line number 31 itself, exception occurred, and from here it will jump to the catch block. And here in the catch block, we have simply written one message that if string is found null, you have to show this message, that is string is null to user. So this is how we have handled. Let me comment out this line of code, and now if we will go to execute this program, you see at the right corner we are not getting any message. So at that time we don't know what the exception is, at which line exception occurred, right? So it's better if exception occurs, what message we want to show to user, we write that message in catch block, and that is what I have written here. I uncomment this code, and when I am executing this again, you see appropriate message string is null. So on the other hand, let me comment out this test case 2. At line number 64, what I have checked, I have declared one string str which is empty. Now when I go to execute this program, what happens? String is empty. Why? Because we have handled the exception. We have written simply one message, if string is found as empty, you have to show string is empty message, right? Let me comment out this code as well, and here I uncomment this code. So here I have declared string str with null pointer exception demo. Let me execute this again. You see output as null pointer exception demo. So here we have written 3 test cases. We have checked if string is empty, what we have to show. If string is not empty, there is a string declared, we see it is returning proper output. And at test case number 2, we have checked null. If string is found as null, then we have handled the exception by giving an appropriate match message in the catch block. So this is how we have seen when a null pointer exception occurs, that is when we are trying to perform any operation on object which is null. So at that time null pointer exception occurs, and we have handled this exception with a try and catch block. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching.